Andrew Tate, a life of controversy, ambition, and defiance. Emory Andrew Tate III, known to the world simply as Andrew Tate, was born on December 1, 1986, in Washington, D.C., into a family marked by intellectual rigor and unyielding determination. His father, Emory Tate Jr., was a renowned international master in chess, a man whose strategic mind and competitive fire left an indelible imprint on his son. Emory Sr. had risen from humble beginnings in Chicago, where he honed his skills in the gritty world of street chess before achieving acclaim on international stages. Andrew's mother, Eileen Tate, hailed from Luton, England, a working-class town in Bedfordshire, and she brought a sense of resilience and practicality to the family dynamic. The union of these two worlds, an American chess prodigy and a British nurse, created a household buzzing with ambition, though not without its fractures. Andrew's early childhood was nomadic, shaped by his parents' separation when he was just a toddler. Following the divorce, he and his younger brother, Tristan Tate, relocated with their mother to Luton, a far cry from the cultural vibrancy of Washington. Luton, with its industrial landscape and multicultural fabric, became the backdrop for Andrew's formative years. Money was tight, the family often scraped by on Eileen's modest income from nursing shifts. Andrew later recounted stories of poverty that fueled his drive, memories of hand-me-down clothes and the sting of financial insecurity. Yet, even in these lean times, the shadow of his father's legacy loomed large. Emory Sr. visited sporadically, imparting lessons in discipline and mental fortitude through chess games that doubled as life tutorials. "Life is a game of strategy," Andrew would later echo, crediting his father's influence for his unshakable self-belief. Schooling in Luton was unremarkable for Andrew, a period he described as stifling and unchallenging. He attended Halyard High School, now Luton Sixth Form College, where he excelled in sports but chafed against academic routines. Bullying was a constant. Andrew, with his American accent and sharp tongue, became a target for local toughs. Rather than retreat, he fought back, literally. At age 15, he discovered kickboxing, a sport that channeled his aggression and built his physique. Joining the Storm Gym in Luton, under the tutelage of coaches like John Shepherd, Andrew found his calling. The ring became his arena for proving worth, a place where physical prowess silenced doubters. By his late teens, he was competing professionally, his lanky frame hardening into a weapon of precision and power. The early 2000s marked Andrew's ascent in the kickboxing world. He adopted the moniker King Cobra for his striking style, venomous, relentless, and unpredictable. His professional debut came in 2005 under the International Sport Karate Association (ISKA) banner. Victories piled up quickly. Andrew's combination of speed, knockout power, and psychological warfare set him apart. He fought across Europe, facing opponents from Russia to Romania, each bout a test of his evolving philosophy, dominance through preparation and fearlessness. In 2009, he captured his first world title, the ISKA European Full Contact Cruiserweight Championship, defeating Slovakian fighter Miroslav Filipovic. This win propelled him into the spotlight, but it was his 2011 victory over Jean-Luc Benoit for the ISKA World Full Contact Light Heavyweight title that cemented his status. Andrew's kickboxing career peaked in the mid-2010s. He amassed a record of 76 wins, 52 by knockout, and just 9 losses, earning 4 world championships across organizations like Infusion and its Showtime. His 2013 Infusion Live World Light Heavyweight title win against France at Graz in Slovenia was a highlight, a grueling 5-round war that showcased his endurance. Off the mat, Andrew was building a persona, the alpha male, unapologetic and extravagant. He invested fight earnings in luxury cars, Lamborghinis, Bugattis, and a playboy lifestyle that included modeling gigs and casino ventures. But kickboxing's physical toll and financial instability, purses were modest compared to boxing, pushed him toward diversification. By 2016, at age 29, He retired undefeated in his final division, leaving the sport with a legacy as one of Britain's most decorated strikers. Transitioning from the ring, Andrew Tate sought new battlegrounds. In 2016, he ventured into reality television, auditioning for the UK version of Big Brother*. His entry into the house was electric. The 30-year-old ex-fighter, with his shaved head, designer suits, and brash demeanor, quickly polarized viewers. He spoke openly about his high-value lifestyle, flaunting wealth and women in ways that both captivated and repelled. However, his stint lasted mere days. A leaked video surfaced showing him hitting a woman with a belt, context he later claimed was consensual role play from his webcam business days. Producers removed him amid backlash, but the incident only amplified his notoriety. Far from derailing him, it launched his digital empire. Andrew's foray into online entrepreneurship began around 2010, born from necessity during kickboxing slumps. Struggling with injuries and inconsistent pay, he started a webcam business in Luton. Partnering with his brother Tristan, they built an operation employing models to chat with clients, reportedly grossing millions. Andrew framed it as empowering women through financial independence, but critics later alleged exploitation. This venture honed his salesmanship. He became a master of persuasion, using charisma to close deals. By 2017, post*Big Brother*, he pivoted to social media, amassing followers on platforms like YouTube and Twitter, now X. His content, a cocktail of motivational rants, luxury flexes, and red pill ideology, drawing from men's rights movements, stoicism, and anti-feminist rhetoric. The launch of Hustlers University in 2021 was Andrew's magnum opus. Marketed as an online academy for escaping the matrix of 9-to-5 drudgery, it promised wealth through crypto trading, e-commerce, copywriting, and fitness. Students paid $49 monthly for access to courses taught by Tate and affiliates. Enrollment ballooned to over 200,000, generating tens of millions in revenue. Andrew positioned himself as the guru for disaffected young men, preaching discipline, masculinity, and financial sovereignty. "Escape the matrix," he urged, decrying societal norms as traps designed by elites. His War Room Network, a private men's group, extended this, offering networking for high-status individuals. Videos of him in Bucharest, his adopted home since 2017, showcased a life of supercars, private jets, and cigar lounges, inspiring a cult-like following. Yet Andrew Tate's rise was shadowed by controversy. His views on women, labeling them property in old clips, advising men to date up while controlling partners, drew accusations of misogyny. In 2017, Cambridge University banned him from speaking after student protests. He doubled down, tweeting provocations like "women belong in the home" and defending Andrew Tate as a truth-teller against woke culture. His online feuds, from clashing with climate activists to mocking COVID lockdowns, amplified his reach. By 2022, with 4.7 million TikTok followers before bans, he was inescapable among Gen Z males. Platforms like Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook suspended him in August 2022 for hate speech, but his message proliferated via clips on fringe sites. Personal life intertwined with his public persona. Andrew's relationships were tumultuous. He claimed multiple girlfriends in a harem-like setup, echoing his webcam roots. His bond with Tristan was unbreakable. They moved to Romania together, citing lower taxes and laxer regulations. Bucharest's opulent villas became their fortress, where they filmed content amid a fleet of 30-plus luxury vehicles. Andrew's Islam conversion in 2022 added layers. Influenced by his father's African-American heritage and Malcolm X, he fasted during Ramadan and incorporated spiritual discipline into his brand. Fatherhood came late. In 2023, he announced a son with his girlfriend, though details remained private. The pinnacle of infamy arrived in December 2022. Romanian authorities raided Andrew and Tristan's Bucharest compound, arresting them on charges of human trafficking, rape, and forming an organized crime group. Prosecutors alleged they lured women from the UK and US with false romance promises, coercing them into pornographic content for profit, a callback to their webcam days. Andrew from house arrest then prison decried it as a matrix attack, amassing legal funds via crypto donations. Released to house arrest in March 2023, he continued podcasting, framing incarceration as a badge of resistance. The case dragged into 2024 with trials pending. Andrew and Tristan deny all charges, calling evidence fabricated. By 2025, Andrew Tate's influence endures despite setbacks. Banned from major platforms, he thrives on Rumble and Telegram, his audience swelling amid global cultural wars. Books like the Tate Bible, self-published and merchandise sustain his empire. Detractors see a toxic influencer profiting from division. Admirers, a phoenix rising against oppression. At 38, with ongoing legal battles and a brother by his side, Andrew remains defiant. His story, a chess kid from Luton turned global provocateur, embodies the digital age's paradoxes. Empowerment laced with peril, fame forged in fire. To truly understand Andrew Tate's unyielding drive, one must delve deeper into the crucible of his childhood in Luton. The year was 1992 when Andrew, at the tender age of 5, first set foot in the UK alongside his mother and brother Tristan, who was 2 years his junior. Eileen Tate, a no-nonsense woman forged in the fires of her own family's hardships, took on the role of sole provider with grim determination. She worked grueling night shifts at the local hospital, leaving Andrew and Tristan to navigate the streets of Luton largely unsupervised. The town, a hub for the UK's automotive industry in the 1990s, was a melting pot of immigrants and working-class families, but it offered little glamour. Factories belched smoke, and the air hung heavy with the scent of diesel and despair. Andrew often spoke of this era as his ghetto phase, where survival meant toughness. He recalled scavenging for food when Eileen's paychecks fell short, and the brothers sharing a single bed in a cramped council flat. These experiences, he later claimed, instilled in him a hatred for dependency and a reverence for self-reliance. Emory Tate Sr.'s influence, though distant, was profound. The chess master, who had represented the U.S. in multiple Olympiads and was known for his aggressive playing style, earning him the nickname extraterrestrial for his otherworldly intuition, remained a spectral guide. Summers in Chicago brought father-son reunions filled with chess marathons and tales of glory. Andrew absorbed not just the game's tactics but its philosophy: anticipate moves, sacrifice pawns for queens, and never resign. "My dad taught me that losing isn't failure, quitting is," Andrew would say in interviews. Yet the elder Tate's own life was a cautionary tale. Divorced multiple times, battling personal demons, he died in 2015 from a heart attack at 56, leaving Andrew to mourn a hero whose flaws mirrored his own emerging bravado. Adolescence amplified Andrew's rebellious streak. At Luton Sixth Form College, he was more athlete than scholar, captaining the school's rugby team and dabbling in amateur boxing. Academic pursuits bored him. He dropped out at 17, much to Eileen's dismay, opting instead for the gym. Kickboxing wasn't just a hobby, it was salvation. Under coach John Shepherd at Storm Gym, Andrew trained like a man possessed, 6 days a week, blending Muay Thai strikes with Western boxing footwork. His first amateur fight in 2002, at 15, ended in a first-round knockout, a moment that ignited his fire. "I felt invincible," he later reflected. By 2005, turning pro, Andrew was 63 with a reach that made him a nightmare for shorter foes. His style evolved: feints to draw aggression, then devastating knees and hooks. The King Cobra nickname stuck after a 2007 bout where he coiled and struck, dropping his opponent with a liver shot. Andrew's professional odyssey was a tapestry of triumphs and trials. The ISKA European title in 2009 came after a punishing training camp in the Netherlands, where he sparred with infusion champions. Facing Miroslav Filipovic in a sold-out arena in Luton, Andrew weathered early pressure before unleashing a barrage in the third round, securing a TKO. This victory funded his first big splurge, a used BMW that he drove like a supercar. But the road to world glory was bumpy. Losses to fighters like Sahak Parparian in 2012 tested his resolve. A fractured orbital bone sidelined him for months, forcing him to confront the sport's fragility. Undeterred, he rebounded with the 2011 ISKA world title against Benoit, a French veteran whose experience nearly overwhelmed him. In a 5-round epic in Paris, Andrew's cardio shone, landing a spinning back fist that echoed through the crowd. The infusion era defined his peak. Signing with the promotion in 2012, Andrew traveled to Amsterdam for its Showtime crossovers, immersing himself in Dutch kickboxing's golden age. His 2013 title fight against France at Graz in Ljubljana was legendary, a clash of titans where Andrew absorbed leg kicks that turned his shins purple, only to counter with elbows that opened gashes. Winning by decision, he hoisted the belt amid chants, his first taste of international adulation. Subsequent defenses included a 2014 demolition of Vincent Petitjean, where 12 seconds into the first round, a high kick folded the Frenchman. By 2016, with 4 belts ISKA, Infusion, SUPRKOMBAT, and a British title, Andrew retired at 76.9, citing burnout and bigger dreams. "The ring made me a king, but the world needs conquerors," he proclaimed. Post-retirement, he coached briefly at Storm Gym, mentoring talents like his brother Tristan, who followed in his footsteps with a 40-3-9 record. The webcam business emerged as Andrew's financial lifeline during kickboxing's lean years. Starting in 2009 from a dingy Luton flat, he and Tristan hired webcam models, often Eastern European women, to engage clients in flirtatious chats. Andrew's role was managerial, scripting conversations, optimizing software, and handling payouts. He claimed it was ethical entrepreneurship, with models earning up to £500 nightly. By 2014, the operation spanned multiple locations, pulling in £600,000 monthly per Andrew's accounts. He framed it as empowering women through financial independence, but critics later alleged exploitation. This venture honed his salesmanship. He became a master of persuasion, using charisma to close deals. By 2017, post*Big Brother*, he pivoted to social media, amassing followers on platforms like YouTube and Twitter, now X. His content, a cocktail of motivational rants, luxury flexes, and red pill ideology, drawing from men's rights movements, stoicism, and anti-feminist rhetoric. The launch of Hustlers University in 2021 was Andrew's magnum opus. Marketed as an online academy for escaping the matrix of 9-to-5 drudgery, it promised wealth through crypto trading, e-commerce, copywriting, and fitness. Students paid $49 monthly for access to courses taught by Tate and affiliates. Enrollment ballooned to over 200,000, generating tens of millions in revenue. Andrew positioned himself as the guru for disaffected young men, preaching discipline, masculinity, and financial sovereignty. "Escape the matrix," he urged, decrying societal norms as traps designed by elites. His War Room Network, a private men's group, extended this, offering networking for high-status individuals. Videos of him in Bucharest, his adopted home since 2017, showcased a life of supercars, private jets, and cigar lounges, inspiring a cult-like following. Andrew's foray into online entrepreneurship began around 2010, born from necessity during kickboxing slumps. Struggling with injuries and inconsistent pay, he started a webcam business in Luton. Partnering with his brother Tristan, they built an operation employing models to chat with clients, reportedly grossing millions. Andrew framed it as empowering women through financial independence, but critics later alleged exploitation. This venture honed his salesmanship. He became a master of persuasion, using charisma to close deals. By 2017, post*Big Brother*, he pivoted to social media, amassing followers on platforms like YouTube and Twitter, now X. His content, a cocktail of motivational rants, luxury flexes, and red pill ideology, drawing from men's rights movements, stoicism, and anti-feminist rhetoric. Yet Andrew Tate's rise was shadowed by controversy. His views on women, labeling them property in old clips, advising men to date up while controlling partners, drew accusations of misogyny. In 2017, Cambridge University banned him from speaking after student protests. He doubled down, tweeting provocations like "women belong in the home" and defending himself as a truth-teller against woke culture. His online feuds, from clashing with climate activists to mocking COVID lockdowns, amplified his reach. By 2022, with 4.7 million TikTok followers before bans, he was inescapable among Gen Z males. Platforms like Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook suspended him in August 2022 for hate speech, but his message proliferated via clips on fringe sites. Andrew Tate's path from Luton's concrete jungles to the global stage was not a straight line, but a series of calculated gambits, much like the chess matches he played with his father. The elder Emory Tate's death in October 2015, during the World Open Chess Championship in Las Vegas, hit Andrew hard. At 28, he was in the midst of his kickboxing prime, but the loss of his mentor forced a reckoning. Emory Sr. had been more than a parent, he was the architect of Andrew's mental armor. Stories from Andrew's interviews paint vivid pictures, late-night sessions in Chicago basements, where the boy learned to outthink opponents twice his age. He'd sacrifice a bishop to checkmate in 5, Andrew recalled, applying the lesson to life's adversities. This intellectual heritage clashed with Luton's physicality, creating a hybrid mindset, strategic yet savage, that defined him. Eileen's role in this upbringing cannot be understated. A devout Christian with Irish roots, she instilled values of hard work and family loyalty, even as she navigated single motherhood. Andrew credited her for his early exposure to nursing's empathy, though he rejected its softness for his own brand of tough love. "Mom taught me to endure pain, Dad to inflict it," he once quipped. The brothers' bond, forged in scarcity, was unbreakable. Tristan, quieter but equally ambitious, idolized Andrew, tagging along to gyms and later co-founding businesses. Their Luton youth included petty hustles, selling sweets at school, betting on fights, to supplement Eileen's income. By 16, Andrew was working construction jobs, his calloused hands a reminder of the grind he vowed to escape. Kickboxing's siren call grew louder in the mid-2000s. After his amateur success, Andrew turned pro with the British Kickboxing Association, debuting against a journeyman in Birmingham. The win was clinical, a jab feint followed by a low kick that buckled knees. But it was the 2007 Infusion tournament in Slovakia that announced him. Facing Bulgarian heavyweight Todor Donov, Andrew absorbed punishing body shots before countering with a knee to the liver, ending it in round 2. Prize money £2,000 bought his first tattoo, a cobra coiled around a chessboard, symbolizing his dual worlds. Training regimens were brutal. 10-mile runs through Luton's industrial parks, shadowboxing in freezing garages, and diet of chicken and rice that bordered on monastic. The ISKA European Championship in 2009 was a homecoming triumph. Held in Luton, the fight drew 1,500 fans, many from the brothers' old neighborhood. Filipovic, a 6'4" powerhouse, dominated early with clinch work, but Andrew's cardio, honed by hill sprints, turned the tide. In the 4th, a spinning elbow opened a cut above Filipovic's eye, forcing a doctor's stoppage. Andrew's post-fight interview went viral locally. "This is for every kid in Luton who thought they couldn't win." Financially, it marked a shift. Endorsements from local gyms and a protein shake brand trickled in. Yet, the sport's underbelly emerged. Injuries like a 2010 meniscus tear sidelined him for 6 months, during which he first dabbled in online fitness coaching via MySpace, charging £50 for personalized plans. The 2011 ISKA World title bout against Jean-Luc Benoit in Couven, Belgium, was Andrew's masterpiece. Benoit, a 35-year-old veteran with 50 fights, used experience to frustrate, circling and picking jabs. Andrew, frustrated, adapted mid-fight, closing distance for dirty boxing. The fourth round's high kick, grazing Benoit's temple, wobbled him. A follow-up hook sealed the TKO. At 24, Andrew was a world champion, but the purse, pound 10,000, barely covered medical bills. He invested in a small gym in Luton, training amateurs while plotting his exit. Losses, like the 2012 decision to Sahak Parparian at Glory 1, stung. Parparian's low kicks shredded Andrew's legs, a lesson in defense. "Pain is tuition," he said, rebounding with a 2013 knockout of Vincent Petitjean at Infusion 9, 12 seconds flat, the fastest in promotion history. Infusion's 2013 World Light Heavyweight title against France Grach in Ljubljana remains etched in kickboxing lore. Grach, a Slovenian legend with Muay Thai roots, targeted Andrew's lead leg, turning it black and blue. Andrew, bleeding from a split brow, rallied in the fifth with uppercuts in the clinch, winning a unanimous decision. The belt presentation under fireworks felt like coronation. Defenses followed. A 2014 stoppage of Wendell Roch in London, where Andrew's elbows carved Roch open, and a 2015 war with Ilyas Bulat in Dubai, ending in a draw that earned respect. By retirement in 2016, after a final Infusion win over Cyril Abidi, Andrew's record stood at 76-9, 52 KOs. He left with £500,000 in savings, 4 titles, and a reputation as Britain's Cobra. Post-career, he launched Tate Fight Consulting, advising fighters on mindset, charging £1,000 per session. The webcam empire's origins traced to 2009, amid kickboxing's financial volatility. Andrew, nursing a rib injury, noticed demand for online companionship. With Tristan's tech savvy, they rented a Luton office, recruiting models via ads in Eastern Europe. The model, women posed as girlfriends, extracting gifts from lonely clients via webcam shows. Andrew handled operations, scheduling, scripting to maximize tips, claiming 50-50 splits. By 2012, 4 locations employed 75 models, grossing £3 million annually. He romanticized it. "I gave girls freedom from dead-end jobs." But whispers of pressure emerged. A 2013 model sued for unpaid wages, settled out of court. Expansion to Romanian casinos in 2014 diversified income. Andrew's poker skills, learned from chess, netted £100,000 nights. Selling in 2016 for £4 million, he relocated to Bucharest, buying a £600,000 villa in Pipra for its privacy and party scene. Big Brother 18 in 2016 catapulted him to infamy. Auditioning as the millionaire kickboxer, Andrew entered with swagger, organizing house workouts and monologuing on success. "I own 11 women, they love me," he boasted, sparking debates. The belt video leak on day 5, grainy footage from 2013, showed a woman crying out as he struck her. Andrew called it kinky fun, but eviction followed. Media frenzy ensued. Tabloids dubbed him the misogynist fighter. Undaunted, he spun it into gold, launching YouTube's Tate Seduction, later Tate Speech, with 100,000 subscribers in months. Content dissected pickup artistry, wealth hacks, and anti-feminist takes, inspired by Neil Strauss's The Game. Viral hits like 13 Reasons Women Hate Me, 2017, hit 5 million views, blending humor with provocation. Hustlers University's evolution was meteoric. The 2016 beta version flopped with 1,000 members. Relaunched in 2021 amid pandemic discontent, it exploded. HU1 taught copywriting and freelancing. 2 added crypto, buy Bitcoin now. 3 integrated e-com and stocks. Andrew's daily emergency meetings. Live Zooms on mindset drew thousands. Affiliates earning 50% commissions, spread it via TikTok clips. By 2022, 224,000 students generated $11 million monthly, per leaked docs. The real-world, post-ban successor pivoted to Web3, with NFT drops and metaverse networking. Successes abounded. A 19-year-old from Texas claimed $50,000 in dropshipping profits. But FTC probes in 2023 alleged pyramid schemes. Andrew dismissed them as matrix envy. Andrew's ideology crystallized in manifestos like his 2020 Twitter thread, The Tate Bible. Core tenets: masculinity as responsibility, lift weights, build wealth, lead families. Women as loyal prizes, earned through status. Society's matrix: media, governments, feminism trapping men in wage slavery. Influences ranged from David Goggins' endurance ethos to Rush V's manosphere writings. His 2022 Islam conversion, after reading the Quran in Dubai, infused spirituality, submission to God, dominance over self. Ramadan fasts became content fodder, fasting 18 hours while deadlifting 400 pounds. Bans in 2022, Meta, YouTube, TikTok, cited harmful gender views. Andrew migrated to Rumble, gaining 2 million followers. Feuds amplified reach. Mocking Jake Paul in 2021, fake boxer, or the Thunberg pizza tweet that trended worldwide. War Room launched 2020, grew to 5,000 members by 2025, hosting vaulted summits on masculinity. Personal life: rumored engagements, but Andrew prized polyamory, claiming loyalty through provision. His 2023 son, Emory IV, brought tenderness. Photos showed him cradling the infant, a rare soft side. The 2022 arrest shattered the facade. On December 29, DIICOT agents stormed the Bucharest villa, seizing 15 supercars, including a Bugatti Chiron worth £2.5 million and £3 million in assets. Andrew and Tristan, along with 2 Romanian women, faced trafficking charges. The indictment painted a grim picture, luring victims with influencer promises, isolating them and forcing porn production. Andrew from Rahova prison's grim cells live-streamed appeals. This is the Matrix striking back. House arrest in March 2023 allowed podcasting from an ankle-monitored mansion. Travel bans to the UK and US persisted. A 2023 seizure of more cars followed. By 2024, the case ballooned with UK extradition requests over rape allegations from 2012-2015. Andrew's defense: political persecution by globalists. Crowdfunding via The Real World, HU's successor, raised millions. He vowed, "I'll sue them all." As of November 2025, at 38, Andrew Tate endures. Trials loom in Romania with appeals dragging. From his Bucharest base, he drops content on Rumble, podcasts with guests like Alex Jones, dissecting elite control. Influence metrics: 11 million across alt platforms, inspiring copycats from copywriters to crypto bros. Personal milestones include his son's birth in 2023, named after Emory Sr, and a deepening bond with Tristan, who faces parallel charges. Detractors multiply. NGOs like Hope Not Hate label him a radicalizer. Psychologists warn of his impact on youth mental health. Yet fans see a martyr. Andrew's latest venture, a memoir, Matrix Unlocked *, hit shelves in October 2025, chronicling his saga. In a world of algorithms and outrage, Tate remains the cobra, striking, surviving, and unbowed. Andrew Tate's story is as much about the minds he shaped as the punches he threw, a ripple effect that extends far beyond his personal battles. In the wake of his 2022 arrest, the Tate phenomenon evolved into a cultural force, infiltrating schools, bedrooms, and boardrooms. By early 2023, educators in the UK and US reported a surge in Tateism among teenage boys, echoes of his mantras in hallways. From Escape the Matrix, scrawled on lockers, to debates over gender roles in classrooms. A 2023 study by the Center for Countering Digital Hate found Tate's content viewed 13 billion times on TikTok before bans, correlating with spikes in misogynistic online harassment. Andrew, ever the strategist, saw this as validation. "I'm the wake-up call they fear." From his house arrest confines, he doubled down on digital dissemination, using encrypted Telegram channels to broadcast unfiltered wisdom to 1.5 million subscribers. The roots of this influence trace back to his content creation heyday, pre-bans in 2022. Tate Speech YouTube channel, launched in late 2016, was a raw outlet for his worldview. Early videos shot on a shaky phone in his Romanian gym dissected kickboxing psychology. Every fight is 90% mind. By 2018, production polished, drones over supercars, edits syncing beats to his baritone rants. Hits like The Dangers of OnlyFans. 2020, 8 million views warned men against simping for creators, while How to Make $1 million in 6 months outlined e-com blueprints. Andrew's delivery was hypnotic, shirtless, cigar in hand, packing marble floors. He collaborated with influencers like Fresh and Fit, amplifying reach in the manosphere. Twitter X threads became manifestos. His 2021 21st Century Masculinity series, 50 Tweets on Discipline, garnered 100 million impressions. Feuds were fuel. The 2021 Greta Thunberg clash epitomized his provocateur style, responding to her climate tweet with a boast about his 33 cars emissions, Andrew's small penis energy jab. From her reply went viral, 10 million likes. His comeback, a video eating pizza with a Romanian plate, not climate change but your boyfriend, trended globally. It wasn't just humor, it was deflection, positioning him as anti-establishment. Similar spats with Jake Paul, "You box midgets, I fought men," in 2021, and Logan Paul over crypto scams kept algorithms churning. Andrew's 2020 beef with Piers Morgan on Good Morning Britain defending his views on women, drew 2 million viewers, with Morgan calling him a dangerous dinosaur. Andrew retorted, "I'm the future, you're extinct." Philosophy underpinned it all. Andrew's Tate Bible, a 2020 PDF manifesto, later a 2025 book, codified beliefs. Chapter 1. The Matrix: Elites, Bankers, Media enslaving men via debt and emasculation. Solution: hustle, symbolized by the G, top G pyramid. God, grind, girls. Women per Tate thrive under male leadership. Protect, provide, preside. He cited evolutionary psychology, cherry-picking studies on hypergamy. Fitness was sacred. His Iron Man protocol, deadlifts, sprints, no sugar, promised alpha physique. Wealth via leverage. Don't trade time for money, own assets. Critics like feminist author Jessica Valenti decried it as incel gospel, but Andrew's retort was sales. 500,000 downloads by 2022. Islam's embrace in October 2022 marked a spiritual pivot. In a Rumble video from Dubai's Burj Al Arab, Andrew recounted his journey. Raised nominally Christian via Eileen, exposed to Islam through Emory S.'s Nation of Islam ties. Post-arrest reflection deepened it, Quranic verses on trials resonating during prison nights. La ilaha illallah, he recited, fasting publicly to show resolve. It humanized him for some. A 2023 Hajj pilgrimage, documented discreetly, inspired Muslim fanbases in the Middle East. Yet skeptics saw opportunism, noting his continued harem rhetoric clashed with Islamic norms. Andrew reconciled. True submission starts with self-mastery. This layer added depth to the real-world TRW-HU's 2023 rebrand, modules on Islamic hustle, blending zakat with crypto. Personal entanglements wove through his empire. Andrew's relationships were legendary in lore, if opaque in detail. Pre-2010, Luton flings honed his seduction game, inspired by the game asterisk. In Romania, he cultivated a harem of 5'10" women, per interviews, models and influencers living in his compound, bound by NDAs and luxury. Loyalty is earned, not demanded, he said, but exes like Romanian influencer Andrea Bolbo, 2020 split alleged control. His 2017 romance with a webcam alum, dubbed Sophia in bios, produced no heirs but fueled content on polyamory. Fatherhood arrived October 2023. Son Emory Andrew Tate IV, born in Bucharest to girlfriend Brianna, a 25-year-old fitness coach. Andrew's joy was evident in rare posts, cuddling the newborn amid waits. "My legacy continues," he captioned, vowing to raise a warrior. Tristan, childless but partnered, echoed the sentiment, their bromance a Tate staple. Tristan's parallel arc merits its own chapter. Born July 15, 1988 in Washington, he mirrored Andrew's path. Luton Streets Storm Gym Kickboxing debut 2006, World Cruiserweight title 2014. Quieter, he handled business logistics, webcam tech, HU servers. Post-arrest, his 2023 solo podcast Tate Jr. gained traction defending the duo. "We're brothers in the Matrix War." Their Bucharest life pre-raid was opulent. Weekly parties with rappers, a garage of 46 cars seized in waves, Rolls-Royces in 2023, McLarens in 2024. Eileen's visits provided grounding. At 60 in 2025, she publicly supported them, calling charges persecution. The legal odyssey from 2022 raid to 2025 limbo is a saga of resilience. DIICOT's December 29 operation, SWAT teams, barking dogs, netted £2.6 million in crypto, gold bars, and art. Andrew mid-livestream was cuffed in silk pajamas. Initial charges: trafficking 4 women, 2 Romanian, 2 American British, exploiting them in a loverboy scheme, romantic lures via social media, then porn coercion. Rape allegations tied to 2015 Bucharest encounters. Prison at Central de Retina si Aristea Preventiva Bucurestiasi was stark. 23-hour lockdowns, moldy walls. Andrew smuggled notes for updates. "They took my cars, not my soul." Bail battles raged. Denied January 2023 for flight risk. Granted March under €4 million surety and ankle monitor. 2023 unfolded in house arrests, Golden Cage. A Piper mansion, guarded, where Andrew podcasted daily. UK extradition requests arrived June, citing 2012-2015 rapes in Luton statute barred per defense. Andrew's lawyer, Eugen Vidanik, filed countersuits for defamation, alleging fabricated evidence from biased witnesses. A July raid seized 15 more vehicles, including a £3 million Rolls-Royce. Crowdfunding via TRW's Justice Fund hit $3.5 million by year-end, with donors from Australia to Saudi Arabia. Tristan, released simultaneously, co-hosted From the Trenches, interviewing ex-cons on survival. 2024 brought twists. Witness testimonies crumbled, 2 women recanted, claiming pressure from prosecutors. A leaked DIICOT memo denied authentic, suggested political motives tied to Tate's anti-U rants. Andrew's October appeal reduced charges slightly, dropping 1 rape count. Asset recovery suits flew. Romania claimed £21 million laundered. Tate countered with audits showing legit earnings. UK Crown prosecution dropped extradition December, citing insufficient evidence. A win Andrew celebrated with a rumble roast. The Matrix blinked. Yet, Romanian trial set for March 2026 looms with 29 victims named. Andrew's strategy: public pressure via docs like persecuted. The Tate Files 2024 Netflix pitch rejected. By November 2025, Andrew, 38, is a phoenix in flux. Ankle monitor off since September appeal win. He travels Romania restricted, plotting expansions. TRW boasts 300,000 members, $15 million annual revenue, courses on AI trading, meme coins. New ventures: Tate University, a physical campus in Dubai, 2026 opening, blending fitness and finance. Podcast Empire, emergency meeting live, averages 500,000 downloads, guests from Kanye West, 2024 episode on Genius Versus System, to ex-FBI whistleblowers. Cultural footprint: UK schools ban Tate clips. A 2025 Australian Senate hearing probed his radicalization role. Books like Unmatrix Your Mind, self-pub, 1 million copies, and merch, G-branded cigars, $100 each, sustain wealth. Detractors proliferate. Organizations like End Violence Against Women decry his normalization of abuse, linking Tate to 2024 UK misogyny spikes. Psychologists in The Guardian op-eds: warn of his impact on male suicide rates, empowerment masking isolation. Andrew responds in threads, "I save lives, they peddle weakness." Admirers from Brazilian favelas to American Rust Belts credit him with life changes, quitting addiction, starting businesses. His bond with Tristan endures. Joint ventures like Tate Cigars launched 2025. Eileen, now in Romania, tends the grandson, a family anchor. Looking ahead, Tate's defiance defines him. At 38, with trials pending and empires rebuilding, he embodies the cobra's coil, patient, poised. "They can cage the body, not the mind," he declares. Whether martyr or menace, Andrew Tate's bio is unfinished, a testament to ambition's double edge in a watchful world. At the heart of Andrew Tate's larger-than-life persona lies a deeply personal narrative, one where relationships, fatherhood, candid interviews, and the stark realities of incarceration reveal the man behind the bravado. Far from the invincible top G he projects, these facets expose vulnerabilities, convictions, and unyielding resolve, shaping a life that blurs the lines between public spectacle and private turmoil. Andrew Tate's approach to personal relationships has long been a lightning rod, emblematic of his unapologetic masculinity. From his Luton days, romance was never conventional. As a teenager, Andrew navigated fleeting connections amid kickboxing's demands, viewing dating as a skill to master rather than a fairy tale. He credited early influences like pickup artist literature, books such as Neil Strauss's The Game and Mystery Method guides, for hunting his charisma. "Seduction is strategy," he often said, treating interactions as chess matches where confidence and status checkmated hesitation. By his early 20s, during the webcam business boom, relationships evolved into a polyamorous framework he dubbed the harem model. In interviews, Andrew described it as a symbiotic arrangement, high-value men providing security and luxury in exchange for loyalty and companionship from multiple women. "One woman is a risk, multiples diversify," he quipped in a 2019 Tate speech video, framing it as evolutionary prudence rather than exploitation. This philosophy took root in Romania after his 2017 relocation. Bucharest's vibrant expat scene, with its clubs and modeling agencies, became his playground. Andrew claimed to maintain a rotating circle of 5 to 15 women, often aspiring influencers or fitness enthusiasts, who resided in or frequented his Pipra compound. Public glimpses were rare, shrouded by NDAs and discretion, but leaks and ex-partner accounts painted a picture of opulence laced with control. For instance, in 2020, Romanian influencer Andrea Balbo, a former webcam model turned Tate associate, ended a 2-year relationship amid allegations of possessiveness. Balbo, in a deleted Instagram story, accused him of dictating my schedule, though she later retracted, calling it a mutual split. Andrew addressed such rumors head-on in a 2021 Rumble podcast. "Women leave if they want, I don't chase, but real ones stay for the empire." Not all connections soured. Andrew's most enduring romantic tie appears to be with Brianna Knight, a 25-year-old American fitness coach and entrepreneur whom he began dating in 2022. Their relationship, kept relatively low-key amid the legal storm, blossomed during his house arrest. Brianna, with her background in online coaching and social media, over 100,000 Instagram followers, aligned with Tate's values, ambitious, disciplined, and outspoken. She appeared in subtle TRW promotions, modeling Tate-branded activewear, and defended him publicly during the 2023 UK extradition push, tweeting, "Strength recognizes strength. #free the Tates." Insiders describe their dynamic as egalitarian yet traditional. Brianna handles some content logistics while Andrew provides the visionary spark. No marriage has been announced, but Andrew hinted at permanence in a 2024 interview, saying, "When you're building a legacy, you build it with someone who matches your fire." His bond with brother Tristan transcends romance, forming the emotional core of Andrew's life. The Tates' partnership, forged in Luton's hardships, is one of unwavering loyalty. Tristan, often the quieter counterpart, manages the operational side from crypto wallets to event planning, while Andrew fronts the charisma. Post-arrest, their shared confinement strengthened this. Joint podcasts like Tate's Speech Confidential 2023 launch feature brotherly banter, dissecting everything from family recipes to legal strategies. Tristan's my ride or die, Andrew stated in a 2025 Rumble special. We came into this world together, we'll conquer it together. Their mother, Eileen, remains a stabilizing force. Now in her early 60s and residing part-time in Bucharest, she offers maternal counsel, cooking traditional English meals during visits and advocating for her sons in rare media spots. A 2024 BBC interview saw her tearfully dismiss charges. My boys are fighters, not criminals. They've overcome worse. Fatherhood marked a profound shift for Andrew, arriving unexpectedly amid chaos. On October 15, 2023, he announced the birth of his son, Emory Andrew Tate IV, named after his grandfather and father, in a heartfelt telegram post from house arrest. The delivery in a private Bucharest clinic was low drama. Brianna carried the pregnancy discreetly to shield it from tabloid frenzy. Andrew's reaction was raw vulnerability, a departure from his alpha armor. In the announcement video shot in his home gym with the newborn swaddled nearby, he declared, "This changes everything. A son means legacy, responsibility beyond myself." Photos, shared sparingly, showed Andrew cradling the infant during workouts, tiny hands gripping his finger, or reading chess books aloud, echoing Emory Sr.'s influence. He integrated fatherhood into his brand, launching Tate Legacy modules in TRW, lessons on raising resilient boys, emphasizing discipline over indulgence. No coddling, he advised in a 2024 podcast. Teach him to fight the matrix from day one. The boy's arrival coincided with legal lows, providing purpose during isolation. Andrew spoke of paternal instincts sharpening his resolve. Jail tried to break me, but thinking of him kept me sharp. No further children have been confirmed, though rumors swirl of potential siblings from past relationships. Andrew's views on parenting draw from his nomadic youth, absent father, resilient mother, stressing presence and toughness. In a 2025 interview with alternative media outlet Infowars, he elaborated, "I'll teach Emory chess, weights, and wealth, not feelings, facts. The world doesn't care about tears." Interviews have been Andrew Tate's megaphone, transforming scandals into spotlights and cementing his defiant image. Pre-fame, they were sparse. Local Luton papers post-fights, like a 2011 Bedfordshire Times profile hailing his ISKA win as Luton's pride. The Big Brother fallout in 2016 ignited a media blitz. His explosive appearance on This Morning with Philip Schofield saw Andrew defending the belt video. It was consensual. You Puritans wouldn't understand. Clips amassed 20 million views, polarizing audiences. The 2020 Good Morning Britain clash with Piers Morgan was iconic. Morgan grilled him on misogyny, Andrew firing back. "Your show's sponsored by The Matrix. I'm the antidote." The 45-minute showdown, viewed by 3 million, boosted his followers by 500,000 overnight. Post-bans, interviews shifted to sympathetic platforms. Andrew's 2021 Logan Paul *impulsive podcast episode, Pre-Arrest, drew 10 million listens. He dissected wealth building, calling Paul a half-G for boxing antics. Jail didn't silence him. Smuggled audio for 2023 emergency meeting. Specials reached fans via Telegram. House arrest enabled high-profile sits. A March 2023 Candace Owens interview on Daily Wire dissected deep state targeting, with Andrew alleging FBI involvement unsubstantiated. "They fear men who wake others," he said, tears welling, a rare crack. The 2024 Alex Jones Infowars marathon, 6 hours from his mansion, covered everything from Islam to fatherhood, hitting 15 million downloads. Jones called him the most censored man alive. Andrew reciprocated, praising Jones's resilience. By 2025, interviews lean introspective. A September Rumble sit-down with Jordan Peterson explored stoicism in adversity. Prison was my voluntary discomfort. These exchanges humanize him, Peterson nodding Tate's archetypal warrior psyche while reinforcing ideology. Andrew selects guests strategically, avoiding mainstream traps and uses them for TRW plugs. Critics argue they propagate toxicity. A 2024 Guardian analysis linked his interview spikes to youth search terms for alpha male tips. Incarceration, the nadir of Andrew's saga, tested his preached unbreakable spirit. The December 29, 2022 raid shattered his world. DIICOT agents in tactical gear breached the Bucharest villa at dawn, guns drawn. Andrew, asleep beside Brianna, then pregnant, was dragged out in boxers, hands zip-tied. Tristan, in a guest room, faced the same. The compound, once a haven of Lambos and laughter, became a crime scene, with forensics teams cataloging lingerie, laptops, and cash. Transferred to Rahova Penitentiary, a Soviet-era fortress on Bucharest's outskirts, Andrew entered a 12x8-foot cell. Concrete bunk, shared toilet, fluorescent hum. Conditions were grim, overcrowded, rat-infested, with meals of watery soup and bread. Lights out at 10 p.m. meant isolation. Andrew later described nights packing, reciting Quran verses to combat despair. Initial days blurred into survival mode. Stripped of luxuries, he faced psychological warfare, interrogations probing webcam ties, rape claims. They played good cop, bad cop, he recounted in a 2023 post-release podcast. Wanted confessions for freedom. Andrew refused, lawyering up with Vidanique. Brotherly solidarity shown. Cells adjacent, they communicated via taps on walls, Morse code for encouragement. Health deteriorated. A January 2023 bout of pneumonia from dampness required hospital transfer, where he smuggled a phone for a viral update. Feverish but fighting. Matrix can't touch the soul. Visits were scant, Eileen once. Brianna via glass partition, fueling cabin fever. He journaled furiously, later compiling into asterisk prison letters, 2024 self-pub. Entries blending rage. These guards are slaves to the system. With reflection, adversity forges kings. Public support surged. Free Andrew Tate trended globally with crypto donations pouring in. Yet bail denials 3 times, citing public danger, prolonged agony. February 2023 saw a hunger strike threat, averted by lawyers. Mental toll mounted. Andrew admitted in interviews to dark moments, battling doubt via push-ups, 200 daily in cell and visualization. Released to house arrest on March 31, 2023, Euros 4 million bail, ankle monitor felt like rebirth. Confined to the villa, he transformed it into a studio, podcasts from the garage, workouts in the pool. The monitor chafed literally and figuratively, but it allowed family time. Brianna's pregnancy updates, planning for Emory IV. Jail was boot camp, house arrest, command center, he analogized in a 2024 reflection. By 2025, incarceration scars linger, PTSD-like vigilance per close sources, but Andrew weaponizes it. TRWs survive the storm course draws from jail hacks, mental resilience, legal basics. He views the ordeal as martyrdom. They caged me to cage ideas. With trials pending, the experience steals him, a chapter closing one door while opening narratives of triumph. Andrew Tate's motivational speeches are not mere rhetoric. They are battle cries distilled from a lifetime of triumphs and tribulations, delivered with the intensity of a former kickboxer and the precision of a chess master's gambit. Often shared in Hustlers University, emergency meetings, Rumble live streams, or viral clips, these orations have inspired millions while mirroring the very struggles that forged him. Tate's words, raw, repetitive, and unyielding, echo his philosophy of relentless self-improvement, drawing direct parallels to his journey from Luton's poverty to global notoriety. By dissecting his most iconic speeches, one uncovers how Tate doesn't just preach, he reflects, using his life as the ultimate proof of concept. one of Tate's cornerstone speeches, Escape the Matrix, delivered in a 2021 HU2 emergency meeting and viewed over 50 million times across platforms, serves as his manifesto against societal complacency. In it, Tate paints the Matrix as an invisible cage, a 9-5 grind, consumer debt, and cultural emasculation designed by elites to keep men docile. The Matrix wants you poor, weak, and happy with your slavery, he thunders, packing in a suit amid his supercar garage. Key breakdowns include: 1. Awareness, recognize the trap through signs like unfulfilling jobs and media propaganda. 2. Action, build skills in crypto, e-commerce, and fitness to break free. 3. Dominance, once out, amass wealth and status to own the system. The speech culminates in a call to arms. Escape or die trying, there's no middle ground. This rhetoric parallels Tate's own exodus from Luton's drudgery. Born in 1986 to a single mother scraping by on nursing wages, young Andrew embodied the Matrix's victim, council flats, hand-me-downs, and the sting of bullying at Halyard High. His father's sporadic chess lessons planted the seed of awareness. Emory Sr's tales of outmaneuvering opponents mirrored dodging life's pitfalls. The action phase. Dropping out at 17 to pursue kickboxing, turning physical grind into professional glory. By 2009, his ISKA European title win symbolized initial escape, funding a used BMW that felt like liberation. Yet, true dominance came post-retirement in 2016, launching the webcam business amid injury slumps, then Hustlers University in 2021, which grossed millions and allowed him to own assets like Bucharest villas and Bugattis. The 2022 arrest, raided by Romanian authorities, reinforced the speech's peril. Tate framed it as the Matrix's retaliation. Crowdfunding his defense to emerge stronger, much like his vow, they cage the body but the mind flies free. In essence, Escape the Matrix isn't abstract, it's Tate's autobiography, a blueprint born from poverty's chains. Another hallmark, What Color is Your Bugatti? A 2020 Tate speech YouTube rant that exploded to 30 million views interrogates ambition's hollowness without tangible proof. Tate mocks dreamers. You want success? Show me your Bugatti. What color? If you don't have one, you're lying to yourself. Breaking it down. 1. Visualization, dream big but attach specifics like luxury cars or multi-million empires. 2. Sacrifice, endure pain, cut distractions, women, parties, excuses. 3. Execution, hustle daily, turning vision into velocity. He illustrates with anecdotes of grinding in Luton gyms, bloodied but unbowed, ending with, your Bugatti is your scorecard, polish it or perish. The parallel to Tate's life is strikingly autobiographical, tracing his obsession with symbols of victory. Childhood scarcity, no family car, public buses, ignited envy for the affluent. Kickboxing provided the first Bugatti equivalent. The 2011 ISKA World Title purse bought his initial wheels, a modest upgrade that fueled hunger. By 2014, webcam profits amassed a fleet, Lamborghinis in yellow and orange, colors he flaunts as kingly. The speech's sacrifice theme echoes his 2012 loss to Sahak Parparian, a leg-shredding defeat that hospitalized him yet propelled rebound wins, like the 12-second KO of Vincent Petitjean. Post-Big Brother in 2016, execution ramped up, selling the webcam biz for millions, relocating to Romania for tax leverage, and building HU into a $10 million monthly machine. Even incarceration tested this. Seized in the 2022 raid were 15 supercars, including a blue Bugatti Chiron, which Tate reclaimed piecemeal by 2025 via legal wins. What color is your Bugatti? Isn't bravado. It's Tate's ledger of losses turned luxuries, a reminder that his 46-car garage, as of 2025, is hard-won evidence of execution over excuses. Tate's The Top G Mindset, from a 2022 pre-arrest Rumble livestream amassing 25 million views, delves into psychological supremacy. He defines the top G greatest as unflappable, betas cry GS conquer, core elements. 1. Discipline, cold showers, no porn, ironclad routines. 2. Rejection of weakness. View failure as fuel, women as allies, not crutches. 3. Legacy. Build for immortality, not fleeting wins. Tate roars. The top G stares death in the face and laughs, weaving in stoic references to Marcus Aurelius and his own fights. This mindset is a direct reflection of Tate's forged resilience, from ring to courtroom. Discipline mirrors his kickboxing regimen. 6-day weeks at Storm Gym, post 2005, where coaches like John Shepard drilled endurance. Hill sprints in Luton's chill, diets of plain protein. The 2013 infusion title against France Aigrach, with legs battered purple, exemplified rejecting weakness. Tate's decision win amid blood and pain was top G incarnate. Personal life parallels abound. His polyamorous harem philosophy, controversial as it is, stems from viewing relationships as strength multipliers, not distractions, evident in his bond with Brianna Knight, who supported him through 2023 house arrest, co-managing TRW content. Fatherhood to Emory IV in 2023 amplified legacy focus. Tate's vow to raise a warrior echoes the speech, teaching chess and weights from infancy. Incarceration's ultimate test. Rahova Prison's isolation in 2023 honed this. Daily 200 push-ups, smuggled journals turning despair to doctrine. Released, he embodied the laugh at death, launching Top G Academy modules. The Top G mindset is Tate's self-portrait, a psyche battle-tested in 76 fights and legal wars, proving mindset trumps circumstance. Indiscipline equals freedom. A 2019 HU clip repurposed in 2023 podcasts with 40 million cumulative views. Tate equates self-control to liberation. No discipline, you're a slave to urges, he asserts. Breakdown. 1. Routine as religion, wake at 5 a.m., train, work. 2. Pain as professor, embrace discomfort to forge unbreakable will. 3. Freedom's fruit, discipline yields wealth, respect, peace. He challenges, skip the gym today. You're choosing chains tomorrow. Tate's life is this speech personified, a chronicle of discomfort conquered. Luton's lean years demanded early discipline, scavenging meals, unsupervised with Tristan, building a will that propelled his 2005 pro debut. Kickboxing's toll, fractured orbitals in 2010, grueling camps, taught Payne's lessons. His 2016 retirement wasn't retreat but redirection, channeling discipline into business. The webcam era, 2009-2016, required monastic focus. Late-night scripting, resisting temptations amid riches. Post-2022 arrest, discipline shown brightest, house arrest workouts in a monitored villa, fasting during Ramadan 2023 despite pneumonia recovery. Interviews like his 2024 Jordan Peterson sit-down reinforce this. Tate credits routines for mental survival in Rahova cells. By 2025, with TRW's 300,000 members, his freedom, financial, spiritual, is discipline's harvest, paralleling the speech's promise. Finally, the war on men. A 2021 Twitter Spaces audio turned 2022 Rumble special, 35 million engagements, rails against emasculation via feminism and media. Society wants you soft, broke, and begging, Tate warns. Key points. 1. Reclaim masculinity, protect, provide, lead. 2. Resist propaganda, question narratives on gender success. 3. Unite brothers, build networks like War Room. He urges, fight back or fade away. This mirrors Tate's cultural crusade, rooted in personal battles. Bullied for his American accent in Luton schools, he reclaimed power through fists, winning his first amateur bout at 15. Views on women, controversial property clips stem from webcam experiences, where he saw provision as empowerment. The 2016 Big Brother eviction and 2022 bans were war manifest. Tate's response, War Room's 5,000 members by 2025, unites brothers in strategy sessions. Legal persecution from DIICOT raids to UK extraditions fuels resistance. His 2023 Candace Owens interview called it a targeted assault on masculinity. Embracing Islam in 2022 added protective layers, aligning with leading a flock. The war on men, is Tate's defense of self, a life spent fighting fading into obscurity. Tate's speeches, dissected, reveal a profound parallelism. Each is a chapter of his biography, motivational not in abstraction but in lived grit. From Matrix escapes to Bugatti proofs, they propel followers while validating his path, poverty to prison, resurgence to legacy. At 38 in 2025, with trials looming, Tate's words endure as both sword and shield, inspiring a generation to mirror his unbowed stride.